Hey guys, Victoria here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming from my kitchen again to you with a video. After last week's cook and bake with me video, I'm bringing you another cook with me video with another 3 recipes that you can note down and try for yourself. It is January, which is not only dry January, but it's also Veganuary, so I'm bringing you 3 vegan recipes this time. Last week's recipes were not 100% vegan, but you could actually make them vegan. I mean, there was only like one thing in 2 of the recipes which was not vegan that can be easily left out. This time I don't even have that one ingredient. So get your recipe notebook and a coffee or tea and let's make those recipes. Today we are making chili sin carne. I already cooked some black beans here. You cannot really see them, but they are there. I have all the spices. I don't have canned tomatoes, so I'm gonna use those fresh tomatoes and some tomato passata. Not sure what the English name of this one, honestly. Then I'm gonna serve it on some quinoa and rice mixture. I like to mix quinoa with rice when I cook it for some extra nutrition. I would need yellow onion, but I have this white onion for a very long time in my pantry, so I want to use it up. Some garlic, red pepper, carrots, celery, and all these spices. I have cumin, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, chili powder, chili, salt, pepper, oregano, and a little bit of vegetable broth will be necessary, so I'm using my bouillon. All right, and of course, almost forgot the corn at the end. So let's start making it. Starting with washing and cutting off the vegetables. So I'm gonna start with the onion. Which then I will be able to directly put into the pan. Anxiety watching me cut this onion? I understand. I have anxiety when I watch me editing this kind of videos too. Even though I know what happened already. I'm gonna turn on the onions with some oil. Let them fry a bit, and then I can start with the carrots. My carrots are bio carrots, so I'm not gonna remove the skin. Just gonna cut them into little cubes. The carrots are going with the onions on the stove top. Then the celery. Finally, well, not finally, but last but not least, the paprika. Let's cut the garlic. Oh look, there's a baby. So to this comes all the spices. So I have my own homemade chili powder mixture, but I only have this much. That's not a lot, but I'm gonna put all that in. Then I'm gonna put some chili, since I didn't have enough chili powder. I have to be careful because I can't take very hot spices, but a little bit of cayenne pepper can come. And then cumin. Salt. We will add salt later when we have the chance to actually taste test. I'm gonna put a little bit of cinnamon. And of course the oregano. And now we have to add the beans, which I first need to strain, of course, because I just cooked it from dried beans. This time I'm using black beans, but you could use any type of beans. I could have probably used more beans, since I have so many vegetables, but this is what I have this time around. This is around a little bit less than 1 cup of fried beans cooked. Okay, so now I have to cut the tomatoes and put the tomato paste in as well. I also need to start making the rice, so I'm just gonna measure half cup quinoa, half cup rice. Wash it and start cooking it. So I did half cup quinoa, half cup rice and 2 cups water, and I'm starting to boil it. And then I'm gonna cut the tomatoes. in the tomato paste or tomato, whatever this is called. Adding in 1 cup of water. And some bouillon. And let it simmer for as long as your beans are soft, your carrots and celery and paprika is soft, and when it has the required consistency according to your preference. It is time to add the corn, and I realized that I had some frozen corn in my freezer, so I'm gonna add this one. It's not a lot, but yeah, well, we have to use it up at some point. It's not coming out! Oh, there you go. Here is the final dish. So I have the rice quinoa mixture on the bottom and the chili sin carne on top. Bon appetit! New day, new recipe. We are going to try a glazed tofu recipe that I saw on Instagram on Fit Green Minds profile, who is a vegan, who makes vegan meals on her Instagram, and they are delicious. So I'm gonna give this one a try. This I'm going to eat with some sweet potato wedges, and the glaze. For the glaze we will need soy sauce, mustard, paprika, garlic, brown sugar, which I finished, the coconut sugar that I had with the cake recipe, so now I'm just gonna use erythrit instead, and that's it. So let's try to put this together. So I already dried the tofu as much as I could, and now I just need a knife to basically just cut inside the tofu diagonally in 2 directions. So that it looks like this. And then we're just gonna glaze it with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and put it in the oven, 190 degrees Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit for 50 minutes. So I'm gonna start off with the tofu because it requires 50 minutes, and then I will prepare the sweet potato wedges, which will not require that much time in the oven, probably. It requires smoked paprika. I have just generic paprika, I guess. I got a new silicone oven mat, so I'm not gonna mess up my sheet pan. So I'm just gonna put this in the middle, pour the rest of the sauce on top, and put this in for 190. Why do I always want to say 950? That would be a bit too much. So now I'm gonna start prepping the potatoes. Remove the skin. You don't have to remove it, but for the veggies I prefer to remove it. I'm just gonna put some random seasoning on top, probably a little bit of cayenne, some turmeric, salt and pepper, and of course olive oil. So this is going in now with the tofu. So, for the glaze, fry up some garlic with brown sugar, mustard, and a bit of water. I'm gonna start it with a bit of oil actually, which the recipe doesn't say, but I'm adding it anyway. And then I'm gonna grate the garlic in it rather than cutting it into pieces, because then it's in the glaze itself, it's gonna disappear inside it a little bit better, then the glaze will not have big chunks in it. So the recipe is actually for 2 pieces of tofu, 400 grams. I have 1 piece, not even sure how big is it, 200 and 250, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna try to kind of half the recipe. So first, let's fry this garlic up. You have to be very, very careful, because now this garlic will burn very, very quickly. Then we will need to add, well, according to the original recipe, 2 big tablespoons of water, 1 tablespoon of mustard, and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So I don't have brown sugar, as I said. I'm gonna add erythrit, and I'm gonna add 1/8 of a cup of erythrit. I think that's fine. You can already smell the garlic very strongly, so I think it's already fine. I'm gonna add the half a tablespoon of mustard to this and 1 tablespoon, approximately 1 tablespoon. This is a half a tablespoon measure, so that much water. And then we have to add the sugar. Oops. Making a mess again, as usual. Feels like a lot of sugar, honestly. And wait for it to thicken up. So here is our tofu from the oven, and I'm gonna put on the glaze right now. And putting it back to the oven for another 10 minutes. Oh wow, look at that. It looks like a roast. It's not like I know how a roast looks like, but this is how I imagine a roast looking like. Beautiful. That's like gourmet cooking right there. It was simple, but it uses a lot of energy because it's 1 hour in the oven. So here is my full lunch. I'm gonna complete it with some pickles. Bon appetit! It's time to cook again, and today we are making some fried rice because I'm trying to use up some things that I have left in my fridge and freezer before I'm going on my travels. So I have some paprika, which is from the freezer. I have some carrots, some peas from the freezer, so it's just like a random mix of vegetables. These are all frozen rice from the freezer from different times when I was making rice, and then I had some leftovers, so we're gonna prepare all of those. Sesame oil, soy sauce, onion, garlic, ginger, and green curry paste. We are using this because it's a vegan recipe, so no eggs in this recipe. And I'm frying up some cashews, toasting some cashews already for the mixture. And even though the recipe doesn't say, I'm also prepping some tofu here, pressing the water out so that I can also kind of flavor that with maybe soy sauce, ginger, garlic, and then put it in the fried rice mixture. So I need to prep the carrots, I need to prep the tofu. I need to make sure this doesn't burn, and as soon as this one is ready, the tofu can go in here, and then we can start frying the onions in here. Let's go. So mixing up some sauce for the tofu with ginger, soy sauce and garlic. Making sure that the cashews in the meantime don't burn. this mixture to the tofu. So this is ready, and now I'm gonna replace the cashews with the tofu on the stove top. I can prepare the onions and the carrots and some more garlic for starting to make the fried rice. So I'm gonna start frying the onion on some sesame oil. We are adding garlic and ginger to the onion. Then we'll wash and chop some carrots. So here we have the onion and the carrots right now. I want to give it a little bit of time for the carrots because the carrots are fresh carrots, so they are quite hard and I need to give them some time to soften. Since the peas are frozen, it's not going to be a problem for them to become soft. You just have to heat them up, and kind of the same with the red pepper that I had chopped and frozen in my freezer, so they can be added quite towards the end. And then the rice is also frozen, but I'm hoping that I will be able to add them. I should have thawed them before. Maybe add the ginger already. I'm also adding the garlic. And I am also adding the curry paste. Alright, I think it's time to add the rice and then the rest of the vegetables. These are frozen, so 1, 2, that one is not too bad. And this is some quinoa and rice mixture. Alright, well, let's see what happens. This wasn't a lot, I guess. But these need some time. So, accumulate the heat right there. So I added the peas and the paprika. Some of the rice is still defreezing down here. But it's almost ready, so I'm gonna add the soy sauce. And the tofu as well. Let's give it a taste test. It's pretty good. So this is ready. This is how the final product looks like. I put the cashew on top and bon appetit for my dinner. Thank you for joining today again for these recipes. I am linking the inspiration recipes down in the description box so you can go straight to the source of where I got the ideas from for my recipes in this video. I don't know how many times I said recipe throughout this video, so if you have counted, leave it in the comments down below. And I am looking forward to see you in my next video. Until then, don't forget to subscribe, press the bell button, like, and I see you at my next video. Bye bye!